The manufacturing process utilizes automated conveyors for raw clay, followed by extrusion and precise slicing.
Precision is key. Our state-of-the-art robotic arms handle the freshly pressed clay tiles, stacking them efficiently for the next stage. Here at Thiendeptry, we utilize advanced robotics to ensure perfect stacking efficiency before the firing process begins. Welcome to Thiendeptry, where we combine state-of-the-art technology with sustainable practices to create the highest quality clay roof tiles.
Welcome to the factory. We're looking at how these classic wavy clay roof tiles are made from start to finish. It's an incredible process.
The process starts by extracting the raw material. Heavy machinery digs the clay, which is then moved by trucks to the conveyor belts. The raw clay is transported into the primary crusher, where powerful jaws break the material down into small. The intense heat transforms the raw clay into durable, long-lasting roof tiles.
This is where it all begins. We excavate the clay you see here, which is then transported directly to the factory for processing.
It all starts at the quarry. Large excavators dig the raw, wet clay, which is then loaded onto trucks for transport to the factory.
Our team carefully inspects the raw materials. Taking samples ensures the clay meets the high standards required for production.
Once the raw clay arrives at the plant, the trucks are thoroughly washed before moving on to the crushing phase. The process starts as the raw clay is delivered to the hopper, beginning its journey through the factory.
The process begins as massive bulldozers feed the raw, reddish-brown clay onto the primary conveyor system for processing. Precise amounts of water are sprayed onto the clay piles to achieve the ideal consistency.
To produce our classic wavy roof tiles, the clay goes through rigorous refining, including crushing, mixing, filtration, and homogenization.
The raw clay is first crushed by heavy steel rollers, flattening the material into a smooth, consistent sheet before.
The process begins as massive rollers crush the raw clay, preparing it for shaping. The first step is to crush the raw clay using these massive spiked rollers, breaking it down into fine particles.
Here we see the crushed clay being moved along the first stage of the production line.
Next, the raw material enters the pug mill. These rotating blades break down the clay, creating a uniform,
The continuous stream of refined material is now ready for the next stage of production, ensuring high-quality tiles.
Here, the refined clay meets precise streams of water as powerful augers churn the mixture into a thick, uniform paste.
Here we see the wet clay paste moving through the mixer, ensuring a smooth and uniform consistency before shaping. The moisture content is critical. This batch is currently at 14.8%, which is within the optimal range for extrusion.
At Thiendeptry, quality control begins with the raw material. This plasticity test ensures the clay is ready for the molding process.
Here, the raw material enters the pug mill for the initial shaping phase, ensuring consistency before the firing process.
Pug mill extruder forces the prepared clay through a die, creating the signature wavy profile of the tiles, which are then precisely cut and stacked. The extruded clay now enters the hydraulic press, where a force of several tons shapes the raw material. Once thoroughly mixed, the clay is extruded and precisely cut,
forming the distinctive wavy tiles you see moving down the conveyor line.
The consistency is still fluctuating too much.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I'm bringing the moisture down slightly now.
The next step involved automated cutting. A circular blade spins rapidly, slicing the continuous clay strip into precise sections.
In this stage, the refined clay is extruded and then precisely stamped by the tile press, forming the classic wavy profile of the roof tiles.
In this modern facility, the rich terracotta clay is extruded and precisely sliced into uniform tiles.
The automated stamper compresses the clay block, forming multiple tiles simultaneously with high precision.
The freshly extruded, wavy tiles are conveyed on precise steel rollers, ensuring uniformity before they enter the drying stage.
The freshly molded tiles are smoothed by this heavy roller, ensuring a uniform surface and the precise.
The automated cutting machine shaves the edges of the wet tiles before they head to the kiln.
The hydraulic press descends, applying significant pressure to mold the wet clay into its final, precise shape. The circular blade precisely trims the edges, ensuring a uniform shape for every tile before they head to the kiln.
This sophisticated conveyor system moves the freshly molded tiles efficiently to the next stage of the process, the drying chamber.
Here we see the tiles receiving a precise glaze application before moving into the drying phase.
The robotic arm precisely stacks the newly formed tiles, preparing them for the drying process.
The computerized control panel allows for minute adjustments to the wade pitch, optimizing the clay's consistency before it heads to the kiln. Once molded, the tiles travel into the high-temperature kiln for firing, a crucial step in the manufacturing process.
We monitor the temperature closely here to ensure uniform density.
The new system keeps the waste percentage below target.
This is the primary drying stage for our classic wavy tiles. We significantly reduce the moisture here before the firing process begins.
The tiles are carefully inspected for optimal dryness before entering the kiln, ensuring structural integrity and a flawless finish.
Once molded, the tiles are ready for the firing process. They enter this massive tunnel kiln, where
This is the firing stage. The tiles travel slowly through the intense heat of the tunnel kiln, baking them into their final durable form. After firing, the tiles are moved to the cooling area, where massive industrial fans reduce their temperature efficiently.
The color consistency on this batch looks excellent.
Agreed. The kiln data confirms optimal firing temperature.
Once fired, the tiles are moved by robotic arms from the kiln cars to the final conveyor system.
The tiles are then fed into the kiln, reaching temperatures up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit before moving on to the cooling line.
Align the next batch to rail 2, yeah? Yeah. Copy that, moving it slowly. Welcome to the firing stage. These kiln cars carry the classic wavy tiles into the tunnel kiln, where they undergo the transformation process at high temperatures. The kiln cars slowly enter the massive tunnel kiln, where the tiles are fired at temperatures exceeding 1,000.
Once molded, the terracotta tiles are meticulously stacked onto kiln cars, ensuring precise alignment before the intense heat of the firing process.
Here, the raw clay tiles begin their journey through the intense heat of the tunnel kiln, a process critical to their durability.
This intense heat is crucial for vitrification, transforming the shaped clay into durable ceramic.
Inside the kiln, temperatures soar above 1,000 degrees Celsius. The intense heat from the burners.
The clay tiles now enter the heart of the tunnel kiln, where temperatures exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius.
Once fired at high temperatures, the tiles enter the cooling zone, where industrial fans stabilize the material and prepare them for final inspection.
The thermal gradient looks consistent. Check the glaze adherence on the samples.
All parameters are within tolerance. The saturation is excellent.
The robotic arm precisely stacks the wavy tiles, ensuring perfect alignment for the firing process. This automated process ensures every tile meets our rigorous standards before being precisely stacked and prepared for shipment.
The temperature spike on kiln 4 is stabilizing.
The wavy tiles require a precise ramp down.
The kiln temperature must follow this precise curve, peaking at over 1,000 degrees Celsius.
Once fired at extreme temperatures, the tiles emerge with their final color and protective glaze, moving smoothly towards inspection. After firing at extreme temperatures, the tiles emerge with a rich color and exceptional durability, ready for the next phase.
The final stage involves a meticulous quality check. We look closely at the curves and the glaze application to maintain our high standards.
This is the firing stage. The tiles travel through the massive tunnel kiln, where temperatures reach their peak.
Here at the coating line, we ensure durability with our multi-stage process, starting with the primer, followed by the color coats.
The tiles now enter the glazing station, where a fine sealant is applied by robotic nozzles and then buffed by spinning brushes.
The freshly molded tiles now receive their first coat of primer in this automated spraying booth, ensuring maximum durability.
The tiles now enter the automated spray booth, where a durable glaze is applied with precision by the robotic system. In the coating stage, automated spray guns apply a fine mist of glaze, ensuring uniformity and durability. These wavy tiles are now fully cured and coated, moving quickly down the Thiendeptry production line. Once fired, the wavy clay tiles are automatically stacked by this robotic arm, streamlining the packing process.
The automated sorting system utilizes high-speed robotics to efficiently direct the tiles onto the appropriate conveyor belts.
The clay tiles are precisely sorted by our state-of-the-art robotic arms, ensuring only the highest quality moves to the next stage.
Welcome. We are looking at the final stages for our classic wavy clay roof tiles, including sorting, automated packaging, and the showroom display.
As part of the Thiendeptry quality control process, each tile is subjected to forceful impact testing to ensure maximum durability.
Precision is key. The automated system uses high-intensity lasers to scan the unique wavy profile. Here, the tiles undergo rigorous quality control. The automated laser scanners meticulously check for any defects before the firing process.
Once fired, the tiles are swiftly moved by robotic arms onto pallets, ensuring efficient cooling and storage.
The final stage involved careful storage and distribution from our modern facility.
The finished tiles, in both our traditional red and sleek charcoal gray, are securely strapped and wrapped.
In the warehouse, finished tiles are scanned and logged, ensuring every batch meets our high standards before shipping. Once fired, the tiles are ready for installation, showcasing the rich textures and colors that define quality craftsmanship. Our wavy clay roof tiles are designed for durability and aesthetic appeal, available in a variety of rich colors.
Here we see the final installation, where the terracotta tiles are precisely hammered into the wooden battens. After firing, the tiles are ready for display. We take immense pride in the texture and resilience of every single piece we produce.
In summary, our meticulous process from shaping the raw clay to the final glaze guarantees the superior quality and classic aesthetic of every tile.
The manufacturing process culminates in these beautiful, durable, wavy clay tiles, built to last for decades.
The result is a durable and beautiful roof, designed to provide decades of protection and aesthetic appeal.